Hi, it's Kathy from myfavedeals.org, and I want to talk about the IdealFit products that I ordered recently and give you a review about these things. Okay, let's start with IdealLean BCAAs for women. I've been taking this for a couple of weeks, and I took some notes on these so I wouldn't forget anything. And what I liked about the BCAAs is that the caffeine source is green tea extract. Now, I found something very interesting. When I go to the gym, I typically don't have tea or coffee in the morning before I go. I like to just kind of go, maybe have my meal replacement shake, if anything. So what I did is I took this during my workout, and then I came home the first time, and by the time I got home, it might have been like 11 in the morning or thereabouts, and I noticed something. I didn't have any headache. Sometimes when I go out in the morning and I have not had coffee or tea, by late morning I get a little headache, and I guess that's part of drinking caffeine every day. But I didn't have that with this, and I realized it was probably because of the green tea. But there was something else. There were no jitters. I am very prone to caffeine jitters. Very prone. I really top out at 1 cup of coffee a day, maybe a cup and a half. After that, I just don't feel real well. None of that with this. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you're caffeine sensitive. This might work really well for you. The other thing that I did notice is if you mix this according to the directions, which is 1 scoop of the product to 8 ounces of water, the scoop is that big, to 8 ounces of water, I found it to be a little sweet in 8 ounces. So what I've been doing is, because I go through an entire quart of water during my workout, I've just been filling up a water bottle, a full quart with 1 scoop. It lasts me my entire workout, and it's not too sweet. It's more refreshing. So if you find that it's too sweet, just go ahead and dilute it. A lot of people like the sweetness. I don't like things too sweet. And let me think. That's the only thing that I could think of that I wanted to note about that. I'm going to continue using these during my workout days, and also I think on some really hot days. The other day when I was mowing the lawn here, I was out there for an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half straight, and it was 90 degrees out, and mixed up some of this when I came in, and I just felt a little bit better. What I should have done in hindsight, and I'll do it next time, is I will pre-mix a quart of this when I'm out there doing the lawn, and especially on a hot day, and have that as kind of a little hydration while I'm out there. Okay, so pretty much the BCAAs I liked a lot. This was strawberry kiwi, and I like the flavor, and I would order that again. The next thing on the list is the IdealLean Protein Bar. Okay, I ordered a box of these. Again, I took some notes. 180 calories in a bar, held me very well. I will say, I have been using, I think I mentioned this earlier, I have been using the Ideal Shape meal replacement shakes, which also holds me well. I'm going to talk about that separately. But these have 180 calories and total of 20 total carbs, 20 grams total carbs, but 12 of those grams is fiber, and that's really good. Only 1 gram of sugar and 6 grams of sugar alcohol, and which is probably the maltitol. I'm not sure. I'd have to look again. So the net carb content on a bar is only 1 gram of net carb. That's pretty good, and it is a protein, a whey protein isolate, which was another real good plus about it. Okay, the only thing that I found about these IdealLean protein bars that I would change, or maybe I would just change and try a different flavor. I got the chocolate mint, and I found that the chocolate was not as chocolatey as I'd like. The mint was fine. Chocolate was a little light on the chocolate flavor, and the texture was, if I could describe the texture to something more like a chewy brownie. All right, there's no crunch in it at all, just a kind of a chewy, dense brownie, and I did take a photo of it, so when I'm doing this video, I'll try to overlay a picture of the inside of the protein bar for you. Now, the final thing I ordered in this, and I'm going to put this on pause, and I'm going to do this because I haven't even opened it yet, and it's time for me to have a meal, I'm going to try the oatmeal. I'm going to try it right now. So please stay with me. I'll be right back, and I'll try this, and I'll get back to you momentarily. Okay, so I've just tried the oatmeal, peaches and cream oatmeal. And the first thing I want to talk about before I forget, and I made a note of this, I have never seen a company do this, and I'm not sure if IdealFit or IdealLean, if the IdealLean brand is the only one that does this. But the fact that this little packet has 20 grams of protein is good for me, because I like protein. I always liked oatmeal, but one of the reasons I stopped eating it as much is because I just felt like it was too high in carbs and not enough protein to kind of give me that full feeling that I need. So they do have the 20 grams of protein, and the protein source is whey protein concentrate. It isn't whey protein isolate, which is my favorite source of protein, but it is whey protein concentrate, and then they have milk protein concentrate, and it's possible that they do that to get that more creamy flavor, since it is a peaches and cream, and they also have blueberries and cream flavor. I was a little concerned when I saw that they had the sucralose and the organic evaporated cane juice, because I thought that might be too sweet, because remember I was saying with the BCAAs I found that to be a little sweet. Not so with this. I don't know why. Maybe they just went a little lighter on the sucralose, but the flavor was more of what I expected. The texture of the mix coming out of the package, I was a little concerned because it seemed a little powdery, but that is obviously because they have the protein powder in it. But once I poured the water in, and you won't be able to see it, and it certainly won't be photogenic, it's a bowl of oatmeal. The texture, I let the mix sit a little after I mixed in the boiling water, and just let it kind of sit for a minute or so. And then what I found is that the texture was exactly what I would expect with a bowl of oatmeal. Little, like I said, it wasn't too sweet. I thought it was going to be powdery, or I thought it was going to be too mushy when I first mixed it, but it wasn't. The peach flavor was not too heavy either. I guess you can tell I'm not a real fan of like super sweet stuff, unless it's chocolate. Then we're good. But okay, so with the 20 grams of protein, that offsets a bit of the carbs, in my opinion. The total carbs was 22 grams, and with only 5 grams of that as fiber. There are 9 grams of sugar in the mix, but I'm hoping that the protein, the 20 grams of protein, will offset that, at least as far as I'm concerned, so that I don't get like a sugar rush or whatnot. And I don't feel like I will. Let me turn this off for another few minutes, and then I'll come back and just kind of give you a follow-up after, say, about a half an hour, to just make sure I'm not feeling any sugar jitters or whatnot. So I can, I'll come back in just a little bit and give you that update. Okay? All right, thanks. Stand by. Okay, so I'd say it's been about 40 minutes since I ate the oatmeal, and I went up to my computer to do a little bit of work, and I was just kind of waiting to see, did I feel any jitters, or was I starting to like feel like it's already wearing off the oatmeal, and it's not. I don't feel any jitters. I also am kind of keen to, like, if my heart starts beating faster, which sometimes happens if I'm going into a sugar rush or whatever, and it's not. It's a very steady, regular beat. So I have to say, at least for me, that the total of 9 grams of sugar may have been offset a little bit by the protein content. I don't know for sure, but I can say that I'm not having any adverse effects. So how it'll feel for you, I don't know, but I'll eat, well, of course I'll eat it. It's got 20 grams of protein in it. And I like oatmeal. So this is kind of a win-win as far as I'm concerned, because I get to enjoy a breakfast oatmeal again, and have the added benefit of the protein. So anyway, that pretty much wraps up my IdealFit and IdealLean review. And if I wind up buying any kind of different products from the brand, like one of the supplements or whatnot, I'll certainly do another review for that. But as far as things go, I think I've covered everything, and I thank you very much again for tuning in, and please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to keep seeing some more reviews. And again, it's Kathy from myfavedeals.org, and wishing you a great day. Have a good one.
Visit myfabdeals.org. Visit myfabdeals.org today.